Yay! What are you still doing in my house?
Because we're not done yet.
Damn it!
We got one more thing.
When can I go back to bed?
Soon. Soon.
How soon? When will then be now?
But now we're covering the Day of the Doctor.
You know, with that guy who totally wasn't a doctor, but was a doctor because, you know, things. I know what I'm talking about. These people know what I'm talking about. Because he was the doctor, but he wasn't the doctor, but he really was.
Well, by Doctor Who fans, he was the war doctor.
Yeah, again, he was the doctor, but he wasn't the doctor, but he was actually the doctor.
So Day of the Doctor had David Tennant returning as the 10th Doctor.
Which was awesome. Except for the very end. They just had to poke a stab at everybody. Bastards. I mean, granted, yeah, they did make a joke about it.
I don't want to go.
Damn it. Just damn it. Steve Moffat. Fuck you. That's all I'm going to say. For that one line. Fuck you.
Okay, when the Day of the Doctor came out, not only was it shown on BBC TV, but it was also released in the movie theaters as well.
I believe it.
Now,
It's a pretty big thing, especially over here.
It's big over here, but bigger over in the UK. But
I know, it's like massive over there, but it was pretty big here too.
Now, I don't think did you see it?
Oh yeah.
Theaters?
Oh no, not in theaters.
Okay.
I saw it when it came on TV. Yeah. I was sitting there and I was like, come on. Don't screw up on me, TV. BBC America needs me. And I watched it. I was like, yes!
Do you know anyone that went to the movie theaters to see it?
Did you?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I got nothing.
That's something.
I don't even think they showed it here in near our area.
There was some. I think there was like maybe Peoria or Springfield.
See, if it was Springfield, I definitely wouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
That's like hour drive. Ain't doing that. Actually, well, yeah, it was an hour drive because I wasn't in Princeton then. Because that would have been a 2-hour drive. There's no way in hell. I would have just made the trip up to Chicago at that point.
The Day of the Doctor.
It was freaking awesome. That's all you need to know. Watch it. My work's done. My people need me now.
But let's try and talk about the story here. The story of the Day of the Doctor.
Okay. Start talking. This is your shindig, guy. I told you that.
So, the Day of the Doctor starts off kind of a tribute to the original series. It's the outside of the school where Clara teaches, which has, I think, some of the companions listed as, I think, principal or something like that, or...
What?
Yeah, that's how the Day of the Doctor starts off, with, you know, that policeman walking down and then you see the name of the school and stuff.
It wasn't the principal, I don't think. It was just some...
The name of the school itself, probably?
I don't know.
But
I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
It's been a little while since I've watched it.
Yeah. But they go inside the school. Apparently class is just let out. One of the other teachers or someone went to Clara. It's like, are you okay? We just got a call from your doctor.
He's like, did he say where he was going to be? Yep.
Yep.
Moped!
Takes off in her motorcycle.
No, it wasn't a motorcycle. It was a moped.
No, it was motorcycle.
She was on a moped.
Motorcycle.
It was a Vespa. Trust me, it was a scooter. It was not a motorcycle.
I know it's a motorcycle.
You know what? You keep talking.
You
keep talking. I will prove to you it was not a motorcycle. Yes, Matt Smith did ride a motorcycle once. She was not driving a motorcycle. So you keep talking.
Anyway, she drives this little vehicle into the TARDIS.
No, just keep going. I'll tell you when I find it. Keep talking.
And the next thing they know, the TARDIS is being taken off by a helicopter. Yeah.
A unit helicopter.
Yeah. Unit takes him off, thinking that the Doctor isn't in his TARDIS.
It's like, well, you're never in there unless you're flying it. You can't possibly have been in there. We're sorry. It's like, you guys suck. And then he's hanging on to the outside of the TARDIS because he slipped. He's like, oh no!
And then they get taken to one of the museums in the UK. Apparently something has happened there. The Credentials is actually a scene from Gallifrey. Gallifrey.
That should not be a thing. What the poop?
Motorcycle.
That should not be a motorcycle. Clara is not cool enough to ride a motorcycle by herself.
But yeah, the Credentials was
again, you shut up because I'm on meds. I have a bye. Go kill yourself.
Okay.
Continue.
The picture was a scene from the last day of Gallifrey.
Yep.
And technically, if you were
and it's bigger on the inside.
Much like Gallifrey technology is.
It's like all Time Lord technology. It's always bigger on the inside.
But
you got a pocket? Bigger on the inside. You got a kettle? Bigger on the inside. Make even more tea. You got a fridge? Man, you can shove an entire cow in that bitch and you'll still have room.
And then
it's crazy.
They get shown the way to where the actual problem is with the museum. But along the way, they see an image of Elizabeth the First, I think. Queen Elizabeth the First.
That sounds right.
Queen Elizabeth the First is a painting of her and the David Tennant Doctor.
No, it wasn't Elizabeth the First. It was Elizabeth the Eighth. Elizabeth the First was the old one, the old lady.
But the flashback goes to Elizabeth the First with the David Tennant's Doctor.
No. I don't think it was Elizabeth the First. Elizabeth the First was in the werewolf episode.
Anyway, this Elizabeth.
It's one of the damn Elizabeths.
Yeah.
I'm not British.
Let's put that.
I'm sorry for anyone who is of the UK who happens to listen to this. I do not know your monarchs. I barely remember half of our damn presidents.
Anyway, we go have a flashback with this David Tennant Doctor with this Elizabeth Queen. And then he's actually been tracking down a Xylon.
Yep. Which he ends up making out with at some point. Which is hilarious.
And actually, he ends up guessing the wrong creature is the Xylon, and it's actually the horse that they were riding.
Yeah, that was funny. It's like, or it could be my horse. Okay, time to run.
Yeah. Yeah, they start running, and which case leads them into, apparently, ripping time.
Yeah.
Which actually changes it over to... Oh shoot, I forgot about the last day of Gallifrey. It actually does a little flashback of the War Doctor. To where he takes the moment, which is going to nuke everything. And the moment, subconscious, takes the form of Bad Wolf.
/ Rose Tyler.
Yeah. And then, apparently, she opens up a portal, and the first thing that pops out is...
a fez!
And she wasn't quite expecting that.
I don't think anyone was expecting a fez. Except for Matt Smith, who's like, I remember this! Whee!
I think.
It's like, there's a fez! Here you go!
Yeah. And then we go back to the present, where Matt Smith sees these paintings that are broken from the inside out.
They're like, well, if they were broken, they would have fallen in.
Yeah, it's like...
These came out, so whatever was in there...
But there was things in there. There apparently were things in there, and now they're gone. So, and then the portal opens in his time.
And he's like, fez time!
And then he jumps in.
Yeah.
And then they go back to the ancient time where we finally get to see, for the first time, the 10th and 11th Doctor together.
Yeah, and then they make fun of each other.
Yeah.
Especially because 10 whips out a sonic screwdriver and pops it up, and then 11 just like, whadoosh! He's like, compensating for something?
Oh, just regeneration, that's all.
Regeneration envy. I'm sorry, screwdriver envy, I guess.
Yeah.
Would be the proper term for that.
And then, Matt Smith's still communicating with Clara, who's still back at the museum, and then he thinks of trying to maybe throw the Fez back to see if there's a way to teleport them back. But instead, the Fez disappears, and then we go back to the War Doctor, who's looking at the Fez.
Who's extremely confused by everything now.
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell is going on here?
And then somehow, he falls through the portal.
He's just like, let's go. Why not?
He's like,
Eh.
yeah, he sees the two other Doctor, and he's like, can you direct me to the Doctor? Oh, you two must be his companions. They're getting younger and younger, I swear. And then they pull out their screwdrivers.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. He's like, no, you can't be. He's like, yep, we are.
Even him? Yes!
It was such an insult, too. It was terrible. It was horrible news.
Yeah. And then they get captured by the Queen's guards or whatever.
By Zygote Queen, in quotes. Which actually ends up being real Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah. And then
which throws David Tennant, or 10 off severely, and he's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, they get thrown to the tower. The
Tower of London.
Tower of London, which is actually the unit's, major place where they store stuff or whatever. I don't know. No, wait, no, that's the unit's leader's office, my mistake. But they get taken there. They try to have a discussion, the three doctors, and then Matt Smith's doctor's like, this is what it's like when I'm by myself.
Yeah. And then he scratches the thing into a wall, and then Clara finds it, and then she's like, beep, 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 beep. And then she teleports back then because Vortex manipulator, Captain Jack.
Yeah.
God bless that man. He was cool.
And yet somehow the door was unlocked. And
yeah.
nobody bothered to try it.
She wanted to see how long it would take them.
Yeah. So
instead, they were sitting there trying to make a calculation on how to
make the door explode.
Make the door basically disintegrate. They're like, well, if I put it in here, and you're that old, and I'm this young,
it's either done or
and if this is really you, if you are really me and I'm really you, then this screwdriver should still be that one, just better. Or that screwdriver should still be this one, but better. So, hit the door.
And then the Queen Elizabeth shows up, and she leads them to where the Zygons are being teleported into the pictures.
Yep.
And then
TARDIS action.
Yeah, and then we go through, apparently David Tennant's doctor gets married to Queen Elizabeth.
Yep, he becomes King David the First.
Or something.
Yeah, he becomes King David the First.
And then we get everyone trying to get back to the present time because apparently the Zygons have Zygons has taken over, apparently
the Tower of London in the future.
The Tower of London section where the unit has all this equipment and stuff that could be used against mankind.
Yep, and so the phone call you see at the very beginning of the episode by the one guy who's like, wait, what? And he looks
I'm a Time Lord, figure it out!
Yeah, pretty much. So the phone call has meeting now at the very beginning of the episode because Matt Smith makes a phone call.
Yeah,
Then they throw themselves into a picture.
Yeah.
And then they get moved into the one place that the doctor's not supposed to be able to get into.
And
then they blow open the stupid painting from the inside, and they're like, suck it. Sorry about the Dalek. We had to kick him out of the painting. And then they erase everybody's memories.
Yeah, they erase everybody's memories because there was a countdown clock to more or less nuke the whole area to make sure that the Zygons don't take possession of all the possible stuff that they could use.
Pretty much.
So for about, 60 or 30 seconds, nobody in this room will be able to tell if they're human or Zygon.
Nope, for like 2 hours.
2 hours? Okay. And then they do a peace treaty. So they kind of have to make a peace treaty because David, well, the doctor knows this kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
From the Time War, yeah. But then, yeah, they go do their little peace treaty between the humans and Zygons.
Yep, Zygon.
And then, you know, Clara finally gets to talk to the War Doctor.
Briefly.
Yeah.
And then he disappears.
Yep. And then he's like, I'm ready. And then next thing you know, in front of the War Doctor...
He's getting ready to press the button.
It got big red button just like he wanted.
Yep. He's like, oh look, big red button.
And then two...
You know what you're not supposed to do with big red buttons? Push them.
And then two
You know what I'm going to do with this big red button? I'm going to push it.
Yep.
And then 10 and 11 show up in their TARDISes.
Yeah,
They're like, what's up? We're going to do this together.
Yep, we'll do this together instead of by yourself. And then 11 sees Clara crying. And is like, what?
It's like, blah, 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 hope, blah, 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 not hopeless, blah, 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 you're a coward, blah, 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 blah.
It's like,
you know, the typical stuff that Clara says. It's mostly blah, 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 a word, blah, 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 a word, blah, 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 word.
But more or less, you know, it's trying to explain the name that they took. It was an oath to protect, to help.
And now they're going to blow everything up.
Yeah.
Because, yay, explosions.
Yeah. So instead, the 11th Doctor goes, gentlemen, I've had 400 years to think this over. I've changed my mind.
It's like, I don't want to do this anymore. They're like, what? It's like,
yeah.
I don't want to do this.
And David Tennant's doctor's like, you want us to change history? And Matt Smith's doctor's like, we change history all the time.
Is that what you're supposed to say, Rory and Amy? Excuse me. Sorry, I had to get that out there. Oh man, sorry.
So yeah, they
you know that being sick thing helps sometimes.
Yeah. So they deactivate the moment, and they's like, what are we gonna do? There's millions of dialects out there, but it's like, but we know something that they don't. Now there's 3 of us.
It's true. There is 3 of them.
Now there's 3 of them.
Crazy stuff can happen, but then there become 13 of them.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? All 12? It's like, no, all 13.
But,
they're like,
but
what? And then you see attack eyebrows.
Yeah. A little bit out of time here. No, but they come up with the idea.
You jumped ahead.
You're jumping ahead.
You jumped ahead first. I'm just jumping ahead more.
No. But they go and think of an idea to freeze Gallifrey in a moment in time because it's being fired on by all the dialects.
Daleks.
Dalek.
There you go.
Daleks.
Not dialect. They're not being fired at by speech.
But anyway.
That would be very, very easy to dodge.
The whole Gallifrey planet is being fired upon. And if the planet disappears entirely, they'll be blowing themselves up.
Yep. Kill the Daleks, because screw those guys. They're gonna die.
And then they have like a little conference call at the High Command Center on
like Gallifrey High Command, this is the Doctor. This is also the Doctor. Yep, me too.
Oh, God.
It's like, there's 3 of them. No, there's 13. It's like, hey, what's up? Here's the Doctor.
You're jumping again.
No, it's right there.
No, I'm getting there.
Gallifrey High Command right there.
It's getting there. Okay. They tell them that we have an idea, although we should warn you it's a pretty bad idea, but it's an idea. It's like, we're going to surround the planet and capture it in a moment in time. It's like, this...
It's like, we ain't got anything else to lose, screw it, let's do it.
It's like, the calculations could take hundreds and hundreds of years. It's like, oh yeah, hundreds, but we've been doing this a long time.
It's like, don't worry, I've been at this my entire life.
And then we get little scenes from the other doctors in their TARDISes. And then, you know...
Shenanigans.
Like you said, they go around and it's like, I didn't know we were well off. It's all 12 of them. No, sir. All 13.
And it's like, oh no.
Attack eyebrows. And then they're like, do it, Doctor.
It's like, well, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Save us. Please.
And then they go around and try whatever
And then they successfully save everybody.
Well, it appears they do.
They successfully save everybody.
And then it goes to them somehow being back in the museum. All 3 doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Having a cup of tea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're having a cup of tea.
Yeah. And then they kind of say their farewells, but it's like, we're not going to remember this, will we?
Nope.
And then David Tennant's doctor asks Matt Smith's doctor, it's like, you might as well tell me.
What's ahead?
Where are we going? And he's like, you don't want to know. Yes, I do.
You really don't, but okay. You're going to Trenzalore.
It's like,
Nope. Nope. All the nopes.
I don't want to go.
Yep.
Yeah, and
That
then...
damn line. Again,
Yeah.
Screw you, Stephen Moffat. Screw you.
Yeah. And then, you know, Claire goes away and is like, oh yeah, some older guy was looking for you. Some curator, I guess. And then Matt Smith sounds like, I could do that. I could be the great curator.
Yep.
And then we hear Tom Baker's voice.
Oh, no, Tom Baker shows
Yeah.
up, basically.
Yeah.
He's like,
Tom
it's
Baker.
on the nose.
Yep. Tom Baker, somehow the 4th.
You
Kinda-
might even
kinda-
revisit some old faces.
Yep.
Interesting, yes?
Yep. And then we get a montage of, more or less, you know, this present doctor saying, now he has a new destination. He's trying to find his way back home. And that's how the episode ends. With an actual pan back and seeing all the doctors kind of lining up. Which was a sweet-ass shot right there.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was trying to get something like that for my debit card. But Visa is a bunch of asshats. And they won't let you have anything copyrighted at all on there. For a custom debit card thing.
So that image is copyrighted?
Yep, because it's from a TV show. So it's copyrighted.
Yet they're able to do some...
Fan art is also copyrighted. Even if the fan art's been done for you, or even if you are the one who did it, that's still copyrighted, can't use it.
So people who use credit cards that have, like, images from movies shouldn't be able to do that then?
No, you're not allowed to through Visa.
Hmm.
If you have something other than Visa, you can do that. Unless Visa specifically offers it. But if Visa doesn't specifically offer it, go kill yourself. Because I had a really sweet one with all the faces of the doctors just like stacked on top of each other, just kind of pulled out in this really neat line. Wouldn't let me use it. I had some fan art that a friend of mine did for me years ago. Couldn't use it. I was like, this is mine though. They made this for me. It's like, I can even get them to send you an email saying it's okay. Can't do it. It's like, well, screw you too, stupid Visa.
Well, since we're dealing with the Day of the Doctor and the 50th anniversary, do you know how you first got introduced to Doctor Who?
I don't remember.
Do you remember the earliest episodes that you watched?
I remember I had seen the old BBC Archives episodes that they still had from like the first Doctor. So I've seen some of the stuff way back when.
Black and white stuff.
Oh yeah. Because that's what my mom and dad had liked. It's like mom and dad used to watch those a lot. And then they just stopped watching Doctor Who. But I had seen some of the really old stuff, and then I tried watching a little bit of Christopher Eccleston, and I didn't like it that much. And then, I can't remember who I was talking to. Somebody was just like, you should check... Or no, it was Jason. It was our buddy Jason. He was like, you should really try watching some of the David Tennant stuff. I was like, alright, fine. So I started watching the David Tennant stuff. I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. So I went back and forced myself to watch all of the Christopher Eccleston stuff. And it got better after I watched some of it. But the first couple episodes were like horrible to get through. It was just like, oh my god, I don't care.
I mean, you can get a hold of, you know, some actual... they still got the first season that had it. Christopher Eccleston.
David Eccleston and Christopher Tennant. Smack!
Yeah.
Get out of here!
But yeah, the DVD set, the first season with Eccleston, you can find at Walmart for like $20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not that hard to find it.
No, it's not. But it's just... I wasn't a huge fan of Christopher Eccleston. Sorry if you end up watching this. You had some cool moments, but it was... It's...
So then you got in
The biggest upside that Christopher Eccleston's season brought to us was Captain Jack Harkness. That was like the best thing. Because John Barrowman, oh my god, that guy is awesome.
But you more or less got in on Tennant, and then...
Well, for the new stuff, I got in on Tennant.
Tennant, and then on...
And then I went back through Eccleston, and then I watched Matt Smith, and when he first regenerated, I was like... I don't know. I got a couple episodes in, and I was like, this is pretty good. Yes. Fine day for doctorate. And then... So far, it was like when he switched over to Capaldi, I was like, once again, now we have to go through this. And then after the first like 3 episodes, I was like, yes, fine day for doctoring again. Yes, quite.
For me, it started when I saw, I guess, some openings to Tom Baker's Doctor Who. And then I think I saw a few clips from some of the episodes, but at that time, when I was a little kid. And then I got more or less introduced later in, the Matt Smith years. But I have been going back, watching some of the older stuff, enjoying, the David Tennant stuff, going back watching some of the very first year of Doctor Who with William Hurt? No, William Hartney, or the very first Doctor.
Oh, yeah. Oh. I was about to say it's Jonathan Hurt anyways, but yeah.
John Hurt was the War Doctor.
Yeah, I was like, what? I'm sorry, I'm spacing out a little bit.
But yeah, for me, I've been watching since I got introduced into the Matt Smith years. I remember seeing little bits of David Tennant's Doctor Who, but I never really watched his episodes when they were first being shown on like Sci-Fi. And then, I don't know, I mean, when I got introduced to Doctor Who fully, I was also introduced into some other TV series as well, which I'm kind of thankful for. But yeah, that's about it as far as my introduction and current viewing as far as Doctor Who. With the new one, it's like I'm okay. It's just that it's definitely a different route that they're going. Plus, I think they're still filming like the next season, so
it's honestly just it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to the next one. I'm curious on how they're going to handle everything. And I'm hoping it doesn't suck. But shenanigans have been known to be had several times.
Technically there were shenanigans in the season finale too, so...
No, there's always shenanigans, though. Have to have shenanigans. Without shenanigans, where would we be?
Better.
I will slap you. Shenanigans are what make the world go round, damn it. So, anything else?
As far as for the 50th anniversary?
Nothing?
No, that should probably cover it. Okay, overall, how would you rate the Day of the Doctor?
What, the episode?
Well, technically, first let's go into the episode itself.
Alright. You lead off, guy.
Me?
Yeah, go for it. Hey, this is your shindig. I'm just here because I know some Doctor Who stuff.
Well, I know some too, but not as much.
And this is your brainchild. This is all on you. You take your pick.
It's my idea that we're trying. Trying is the key word. But to me, I like that they tried what they tried with the 50th anniversary of the Day of the Doctor. I mean, there's so much stuff that they could have went with it, but they couldn't get everybody involved, especially Eccleston.
They could have got Eccleston. They never asked Eccleston.
Last we know, Eccleston hated.
But he was willing to come back for the 50th. They never asked.
They never asked?
They never asked him.
Probably because of the hatred he had.
He was actually in an interview, and they were like, so, are you going to be on the 50th anniversary? And he was like, they never asked. If they ask, yeah, I'll do it. They didn't ask.
That's a first.
Yep. There you go.
But, yeah, like I said, to me, this is great for what they were able to try with it. I mean, it did explore the one area that nobody really knew that much about, and that was the Time War.
Yeah, and when the Doctor wasn't the Doctor, but was the Doctor. There you go. See, that's all you need to know about this episode. They explore some of that, and it's the Doctor when he's not the Doctor, but he's the Doctor. But there's 3 Doctors.
Well, technically, towards the end of this, there's more than 3.
Oh yeah, there's 13. But even then, throughout the entire episode, there's at least 3 Doctors, pretty much.
So
have fun with that. Timey-wimey. Just gonna say that now. Timey-wimey.
The episode itself, I'd say, gets, for me, a 4.5 out of 5.
I give it a time stasis picture out of 5. Because that was cool. We're just gonna freeze Gallifrey in a moment in time and throw it to a picture. It's bigger on the inside. It's good to go. Nobody will find it there. It's genius.
Okay, so now we should try and more or less do a review on the Blu-ray release.
I haven't seen the Blu-ray. I'm assuming the graphics are better.
But the Blu-ray was released both Blu-ray 3D, Blu-ray, and DVD.
Well, 3D is stupid. It's a stupid gimmick. People need to stop. Hear that? Hollywood. Stop it. 3D is like the auto-tune of movies. Stop.
But yeah, the Blu-ray itself, along with the DVD, did come with the 2 mini episodes that led up to the special. The Night of the Doctor?
Night of the Doctor. That was...
No, it's not the night. Was it the night? It was showing the movie one changing.
Yeah, it was showing 8 turning into technically 9, but otherwise known as the War Doctor, because he's like, I'm not the Doctor.
Yeah. And then it also has, like, I think it was showing some stuff on Gallifrey on the other mini episode.
Yeah.
Prior to the...
Well, those are like severe minisodes.
Yeah.
Because that's like, oh... It's like, you never have to worry about this here sky trench ever falling. Woo! Oh god, the sky trench fell! We're dead! It's like, alright, well, wow, way to go, guys. Wow. Way to defend the cities. We're all dead now.
And then, of course, it does have its usual, a little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff.
Well, you have to... Anything you do on a DVD release or something like that, you have to have behind the scenes. Yeah. Of some kind. Or a blooper reel. Or both. Blooper reels are always fun.
Yeah, too bad it doesn't have any on it, which sucked.
Which would have been hilarious, because I guarantee you some funny bloopers were had with Matt Smith. And David Tennant.
Technically, probably the whole cast.
Yeah, but Matt Smith and David Tennant probably had some of the best bloopers. I'm just calling it now. If they ever release a bloopers reel for that or something, I will watch it.
Check YouTube, check online. There's probably has to be some blooper somewhere.
Let's do it.
Not yet. Okay, so
I'm gonna do this now.
So for me, the Blu-ray DVD release, I'd say did an excellent job. Maybe another 4.5 out of 5. So,
as I said, weird Time Lord picture technology out of 5. There you go.
So,
I'm not putting numbers on things. I'm just gonna do that because it's funnier.